right, Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, and all praises due to Yahweh Shai, the deliverer of the elect nation of Israel. And double honors to the apostle elders that rule well. And greetings to all the elect brothers, sincere brothers that's doing this work in sincerity and in truth and not for vain glory. So Lord willing, just got a couple of scriptures that I want to bring out, and you know, hopefully you brothers will be edified. All right, let's go to the first scripture. Malachi 3:6. It says, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." So let me read that again. It says, "For I am the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh, I change not." Yeah, so the Lord hasn't changed, okay, since he started creating everything in existence, okay? All right? The earth is still round and not flat, okay? The Most High is still set up through Yahweh Shai, his chosen people, the nation of Israel, okay? Which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the descendants and the seed and the line of the nation of Israel, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans that are scattered through the four corners of the earth. Like the scripture said, that the Lord was going to scatter Israel through the four corners of the earth. And that the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be delivered from the four corners of the earth. All right? Let's prove that. Let's go to Isaiah 11 and 11. Okay? Let's get that right quick. Isaiah 11 and 11. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day," all right, the times that we're living in now, okay? Because as you can see what's going on all throughout the world, man. World, the third woe, mentioned in the book of Revelation, which is the third world war, is coming to a head, man, okay? All right, you had that bombing down there in Istanbul, Turkey, okay? All right, which could be a setup. All right, you got Britain exiting the EU, which is the European Union. All right, which is the beast mentioned in the book of Revelations. All right, so everything, all the prophecies are being fulfilled, which is in the Bible. All right, and this prophecy is going to be fulfilled. So you got Russia making supersonic nuclear missiles and building up their nuclear arsenal. All right, you got China that has supersonic nuclear missiles, and people got the chip. All right, that's one of the major prophecies that's being fulfilled. Okay, but this is the day that we're living in. Okay, so let me read that again. It says Isaiah 11 and 11. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people. Now, notice the word second. What was the first time the Lord delivered the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, not the so-called white man who's running around the earth claiming to be the Jews that the Bible speaks of. All right? But they bear no spirit of the true Jews, nor are they the Jews according to the Bible. Okay? All right? Nor according to the Torah, which is the 5 books of Moses. Because when you go in Jeremiah 14 and 2, that word skin there is kadar or kadarwa, which means dark skin. All right? So let's go there right quick as I'm holding this. Jeremiah 14 and 2. Get that right quick for you brothers. Jeremiah 14 and 2. These are basic scriptures. But, you know, we have to teach them. All right? Jeremiah 14 and 2. It says, Judah mourneth. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. All right? So it says that the Jews are mourning. Now, who's mourning in America? All right? Now, you have the islands, which is part of the Americas, okay? Which, like, you got, you have North, South, and Central America, okay, which is part of America, and they're mourning down there, too. All right? But this is talking about the Jews right here, Judah. All right? And, of course, you know, Judah, when you go into the Bible, Judah is the so-called black man, according to the Bible. All right? So it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. The gates talking about the leaders of you so-called black men, man. Of the so-called African Americans, as they use this term today. All right? Your leaders are a bunch of sellouts, man. All right? They're sellouts to the so-called white man. All right? And they're here to destroy their own nation for the so-called white man. Just like you have so-called leaders of certain Israelite groups. All right? Like Nathaniel. All right? He's sold out. That's why he won't teach the name of the Lord. And there's plenty of scriptures about the name of the Lord, man. It says, as the sun goeth up and goeth down, we shall praise the name of the Lord, man. All right? What's his name? Yahweh is the name of the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is his son, which is the name of the deliverer of the nation of Israel, whom the word really calls Jesus Christ, whom Nate doesn't ignorantly call him Christ, because he knows the name of the Most High and the Son. All right? But let's get back to the scriptures. Yeah, so those are the leaders that's languishing, man. All right? It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. All right? So, it says Adam was formed of the dust of the earth. All right? So, that would make him what? A so-called black man. All right? You go to Song of Solomon. He says, I am black and comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. All right? Now, that word, black there, I think it means dark skin. When you go into the Hebrew. All right? Kadar or Kadara. They are black unto the ground. All right? It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. Okay? So there's many scriptures to prove that you so-called Negroes are in fact the Jews that the Bible speaks of. All right, so let's go back to Isaiah 11:11 about the Lord not changing His promise. All right, on when He promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Jacob's chosen seed. Okay, which is the nation of Israel. Isaac's chosen seed, which was Jacob. Abraham's chosen seed, which was Isaac. Okay, because as you know, when you go into the Bible, Isaac had more than one son. I think he had about 8 kids, if I'm correct. All right. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set His hand again the second time. The first time when He delivered the nation of Israel out of the land of Egypt, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to recover the remnant of His people. Now, at this particular time, the time we live in now, the Lord is only gonna save a remnant, which is a small number. All right. Hence the elect of the nation of Israel, because 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be destroyed, all right, because you're not the elect of the nation of Israel. And well, look at the Post Club out there in Orlando, Florida. Those were of the nation of Israel. It was so-called Puerto Ricans, which is the tribe of Ephraim, and other Spanish-speaking tribes. But there wasn't the elect of the nation of Israel. They wasn't a part of that remnant. Hence the 2/3. Okay? And hence the elect. All right? So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set His hand again the second time to recover the remnant of His people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. So Israelites are scattered amongst all the heathen nations of the earth. And you know, the apostles, elders, brothers, going to the Gentiles. All right? Which is a Greek word, gentilis, which means foreigner. Why? Because they were foreign to the law, statutes, and commandments of their forefathers. All right? Also, they wasn't living in the land of their forefathers, which is Israel. All right? So, that's the deliverance of Israel. That's the scattered of Israel. And we even scattered, man. You know? Because we over here in America, our homeland is in Jerusalem, as the scriptures say. Jerusalem, which is above, is free, and the mother of us all. All right? Not Africa. Israel. All right? So let's go back. So the Most High hasn't changed from that, man. He hasn't changed on who His chosen people are, man. All right? So let's go back to Malachi 3:6. It says, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed," man. So the Lord promised Abraham and Isaac and Jacob that He was going to bless their seed after them. And we was going to be His people, and He was going to be our power. All right? So the Lord ain't changed from that, man. All right? So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of you, you're going to be delivered out of this hell that's about to come. This great destruction that's about to come, man. All right? So, I'm going to just bring out one more scripture. Psalms 83:4. Psalms 83:4. It says, Let me start at the third verse. Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay, yeah, that's the elites of the society, man. With their secret societies, man. They're Illuminatis. Alright? They're secret organizations. They're secret societies that they have on the earth. And they take crafty counsel against Israel, man. Alright? Why? To destroy you as a nation. Alright? They make up all kind of devices to make you desolate in the earth, man. Alright? Number one on the list is they got that chip. Alright? That RFID chip mentioned in the Bible. Revelations, the 13th chapter. Which is not to be taken, because if you take that chip, you're going to be destroyed by the Most High. How else do they take crafty counsel? They take crafty counsel by the Georgia Guidestones. They want to kill 6.5 billion people on the planet Earth and leave it to about 500 million people, man. Okay? So they want to destroy you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because they know who you are. They know that you're the chosen of the Lord. They know that the Lord chose you to be his holy special people. And that they're the devil. And that they're the wicked ones. Alright? And that they're meant for everlasting destruction. Okay? It says, and there's many other crafty counsels that they take against you, man. The GMOs to destroy your body. The chemtrails in the air. This man's the devil, man. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's their whole mission. All right? Is to make the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. But the Most High said, he changed not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, be not destroyed. And with that, Shalom.